Hello everyone, and welcome back to Is English Real World. Today, we are going to listen to the story of a very special movie, a story about a young racing car who dreams of becoming the best. His name is Lightning McQueen. This is Cars, the story of a fast and confident race car who learns that winning is not always the most important thing in life. This story is made for A1, A2 English learners. So relax, listen carefully, and try to understand the story from context. You don't need to understand every single word. Just enjoy the story, listen to the English, and follow Lightning's journey. So let's begin. Lightning McQueen is a young race car with a big dream. He wants to win the Piston Cup, one of the most important racing championships. Lightning is very fast. He is also confident. Sometimes he is too confident. He believes that he can win without help from anyone. His biggest goal is simple. He wants to become famous. He wants everyone to know his name. At the beginning of the story, Lightning is competing in an important race. The race is extremely close. 3 cars are fighting for first place: Lightning McQueen, Chick Hicks, and the King. The King is an experienced and respected racer. Lightning is young, but he believes he is better than anyone. During the final part of the race, something unexpected happens. Lightning, Chick, and the King all cross the finish line at almost the same time. Nobody knows who won. The 3 cars are given another chance. There will be one final race to decide the winner. Lightning is excited. He thinks this is his chance to become a champion. After the race, Lightning begins traveling to California for the final competition. But Lightning is not alone. He has a big truck named Muck carrying him. Lightning wants to arrive quickly. He is thinking about the race, his future, and his fame. But during the night, Lightning makes a mistake. Muck becomes tired while driving. Lightning wakes him up and tells him to keep moving. Unfortunately, Lightning falls out of the truck without realizing it. He wakes up alone on a dark road. He doesn't know where he is. Lightning tries to find the main road, but while driving around, he accidentally enters a small town called Radiator Springs. Radiator Springs is very different from the places Lightning knows. It is quiet. There are only a few cars. There are no big racing trucks. There are no cameras. And there are almost no people visiting the town. Lightning doesn't care about the town. He only wants to leave. But then he makes another big mistake. He drives too fast through the town. He damages the road. The cars in Radiator Springs are angry. The town's judge, Doug Hudson, orders Lightning to repair the road. Lightning doesn't want to stay. He wants to leave and go to California. But Doug tells him that he cannot leave until the road is fixed. Lightning is frustrated. He thinks the whole situation is a waste of time. He doesn't understand why a famous racing car should repair a road in a small town. But he has no choice. He starts working on the road. At first, Lightning doesn't want to listen to anyone. He only thinks about himself. But slowly, he begins meeting the cars of Radiator Springs. One of them is Mater, a funny old tow truck. Mater is friendly, simple, and always happy. He immediately likes Lightning. Lightning doesn't understand Mater at first. He thinks Mater is strange, but Mater doesn't care. He wants to be Lightning's friend. Lightning also meets Sally, a beautiful Porsche who lives in Radiator Springs. Sally is kind and intelligent. She tries to show Lightning that the town is not as boring as he thinks. Lightning also meets Luigi, Guido, and many other cars. At first, Lightning wants nothing to do with them. He just wants to finish the road and leave. But something slowly changes. The more time Lightning spends in Radiator Springs, the more he begins to enjoy the town. He drives through the beautiful countryside. He sees the old roads. He learns about the history of Radiator Springs. And he starts spending time with the other cars. One day, Sally takes Lightning to a beautiful place outside the town. She shows him the old highway. Years ago, Radiator Springs was a busy place. Cars used to drive through the town every day. The town was full of life. But then, a new highway was built. The highway allowed cars to travel much faster. They stopped coming through Radiator Springs. The town became quiet. Lightning begins to understand something. Sometimes moving faster does not mean having a better life. But Lightning still has a race to win. He cannot forget the Piston Cup. While staying in Radiator Springs, Lightning discovers something surprising about Doc Hudson. Doc was once a famous race car. He was a champion. He won many races and was one of the best racers of his time. But after a serious accident, he was forced to stop racing. The racing world moved on without him. Doc became bitter. He didn't want to remember his old life. Now Lightning understands why Doc doesn't like him. Lightning reminds Doc of the racing career he lost. One day, Lightning sees Doc racing on the old road. Doc is incredibly fast. Lightning is surprised. He realizes that Doc is much more talented than he expected. But Doc tells Lightning that being fast is not enough. Lightning doesn't listen. He still believes that winning is everything. Eventually, the road in Radiator Springs is finished. Lightning is finally allowed to leave. He is happy. He drives away and heads toward California. But something feels different. He is leaving people he has started to care about. When Lightning arrives at the final race, he is ready. The stadium is full of fans. The cameras are everywhere. Everyone is watching. Lightning remembers Radiator Springs. He remembers Mater. He remembers Sally. He remembers Doc. But he still wants to win. The race begins. Lightning is fast. Chick Hicks is aggressive. The King is experienced. The three cars fight for the championship. During the race, Chick uses unfair moves. He pushes other cars. He doesn't care if someone gets hurt. Lightning starts to understand that winning at any cost is not what he wants. Then something terrible happens. Chick crashes the King. The King spins out of the control. Lightning is close to winning. He could continue and take the championship. But he remembers something Doc once told him. He remembers that racing is not only about being first. Lightning stops. He turns around. And he goes back to help the King. The crowd is shocked. Lightning pushes the King toward the finish line. But because Lightning stops to help him, Chick Hicks wins the race. Chick becomes the Piston Cup champion. But the crowd does not celebrate him. They are angry because the way he won. Instead, everyone respects Lightning. Lightning may not have won the race, but he has finally become a better person. The King offers Lightning a chance to join his racing team. Lightning says no. He wants to stay with his new friends and have his own team. He also decides to bring the racing headquarters to Radiator Springs. This gives the town new life. Cars begin visiting again. The old shop become busy. The roads become full of cars. Radiator Springs is alive again. Lightning also changes his attitude. He is still fast. He still loves racing. He still wants to win. But now he understands that there are more important things than trophies and fame. He has learned about friendship. He has learned about kindness. He has learned how important it is to help others. And most importantly, he has learned that success means more than being number one. At the beginning of the story, Lightning thinks he doesn't need anyone. He believes that his speed is everything. But by the end, he understands that people can make your life better. His time in Radiator Springs changes him. Mather becomes his friend. Sally becomes someone he truly cares about. Doug becomes his teacher. And the town becomes a place he can call home. Lightning doesn't lose his dream. He simply learns how to see it differently. He can be a great racer and still be a good friend. He can want to win and still respect other people. He can move fast and still take time to enjoy life. And maybe that is the most important lesson from Cars. Sometimes we are so focused on reaching our destination that we forget to enjoy the journey. We want to become better. We want to become successful. We want to reach our goals as quickly as possible. But sometimes the unexpected places we visit along the way can teach us the most important lessons. Lightning wanted to get to California as quickly as possible, but getting lost brought him to Radiator Springs, and getting stuck there changed his life. So, if you're learning English right now, maybe you can remember Lightning's story. Don't worry if your English is not perfect. Don't worry if you forget words. Don't worry if you sometimes feel like you're moving too slowly. Learning a language is a journey. You don't need to become fluent in one day. You only need to keep going. Listen to English. Read simple stories. Learn new words. Speak when you can. And practice a little every day. Just like lightning, you may think the goal is the most important thing, but sometimes the journey is what really changes you. Thank you so much for listening to today's slow English story on Is English Real World. I hope you enjoyed the story of Cars and learned some useful English along the way. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Is English Real World for more slow English stories, movie stories, and English listening practice. And don't forget to listen again. The first time, just enjoy the story. The second time, try to understand more words. And the third time, notice the sentences and expressions you hear. Little by little, your English will become stronger. So keep listening, keep reading, keep learning, and most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I will see you in the next slow English story. Bye for now.